Hello yoga friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and this is the 31-day yoga challenge where we do 20 minutes of yoga a day for 31 days. Today is day 24 and today is all about balance. We won't be needing any props for today's practice, and as always there is a free playlist linked down below if you care to listen to some tunes while you practice. So without further ado, let's get started here on our bellies in Crocodile Pose. So coming down onto our bellies, stacking our palms, bringing our elbows to the outer edges of the mat, and placing our forehead on the backs of our hands. Relaxing into Crocodile Pose, maybe fluttering the eyes closed or taking a soft gaze. Beginning to even out the breath in and out through the nostrils. Coming into the present moment. We'll begin our practice by setting an intention. Anything that comes to mind is wonderful. And if nothing comes to mind, you can always use this one. My body will guide me to perfect harmony and balance. My body will guide me to perfect harmony and balance. And whatever intention you chose for yourself today, begin to inhale that energy through the nose deep into the belly. And open the mouth. Sigh. Exhale out anything extra. Taking that one more time, inhaling through the nose, deep into the belly. And open the mouth. Sigh. Exhale out anything extra. Returning to your even breath, knowing that you can always come back to your intention throughout practice and perhaps throughout the rest of your day today. On your next few rounds of breath, we're going to extend that right arm out to the side, bringing the left palm underneath the left shoulder. And next inhale, pressing through that left palm and coming onto the right side body, maybe bending that left knee, placing that left sole of the foot behind or in front of that right leg. Really opening through the front of the right shoulder here. We'll stay here for 2 rounds of breath. And on your next exhale, very gently going back onto your belly, bringing that right hand underneath the right shoulder and extending that left arm straight out to the side. Inhaling, pressing through that right palm, and coming onto the left side body, allowing that left side of the face to still remain on the earth here. We'll stay here for 2 more rounds of breath. Next exhale, gently lower back onto the belly. Let's bring both hands underneath the shoulders and inhale, press up into a tabletop position. Making sure knees are directly under hips and wrists directly under shoulders. From here, we're going to lift that right leg out to the side for fire hydrant. So keeping a 90-degree bend in the knee and flexing the foot. And an option to just extend the leg, or maybe you bring the left arm up in that same 90-degree angle. Exhale, lower both the left arm and the right leg to hover over the mat. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hover. And one more time, inhale up. Exhale, hover, and come back into a neutral tabletop. Bringing that left leg up to fire hydrant on the opposite side. An option to bring that right arm up as well. Next, exhale, let's hover. Inhale, up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, up. And exhale, hover. And inhale, up. And then exhale, hover, and back down into a neutral tabletop. Let's find our cat-cows for the day by inhaling, dropping the belly, looking up to the sky for cow pose. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the spine. Let's take that 2 more times. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. Inhaling to cow. And exhaling to cat. Inhale, find that neutral tabletop. Let's flex through the feet, maybe walking the palms slightly forward and pressing the hips up and back to find downward facing dog, maybe pedaling through the feet, or generously bending the knees, making sure the feet are hip width distance or wider, shoulders down and back, neck nice and released, eyes of the elbows pointed towards the front of the mat, and all 10 fingers spread wide. We'll find 3 more rounds of breath here, maybe finding some organic movement or breathing in stillness. And next, inhale, let's rise up to the balls of the feet and step hop our foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky, arms overhead. Let's shift the weight onto the right leg, picking up the left for 1 leg Tadasana. 1 round of breath here, rooting through all 4 corners of the right foot. And exhale that left foot down to the mat as we shift the weight onto the left leg, picking up the right for 1 leg Tadasana, just seeing where our balance is today. Next, exhale. Exhale that right foot to the earth. Inhaling, looking up to the sky. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the palms, step, hop, or float back. Flow as you so choose. And I'll meet you in downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here. And next, inhale. Let's inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet, step, hop, or float forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky, arms overhead. And from here, next, inhale, we're going to lift the heels off the mat, coming up onto the balls of the feet. Staying here for 2 rounds of breath, embracing any wiggles or wobbles. And next, exhale, lower those heels back down to the earth. Inhaling here, and then exhale, sit down in Katasana, chair pose, feet together or hip width distance. Bringing hands to heart center, making sure shoulders are directly over the knees, and you can see all 10 toes. Let's shift the weight onto the right leg, flexing through the left foot and crossing that left ankle over the right thigh for standing figure 4. Option to stay here in figure 4. Next, exhale, fold over, bringing the palms onto the mat or blocks. 2 rounds of breath wherever you are. And if you are folded over, next inhale, let's come back, hands to heart center. And then from here, we're going to straighten through that right leg and bring that left leg up into 1 leg Tadasana as we extend those arms overhead. Next, exhale, we're going to pendulum that left leg back into warrior 3, arms overhead or hands at heart center, making sure that left knee and the left toes are pointed toward the mat. And next, exhale, lower that left foot to the back of the mat, reaching arms overhead for high crescent. Next, exhale, we're gonna lower the torso toward that right thigh. So we're hovering parallel to the mat here. Inhale, arms overhead, coming back up. Exhale, hover, arms back by the sides. Inhale, come back up. And last time, exhale, hover. We'll stay here for one round of breath. And then inhale, coming back up to that high crescent. Next, inhale, we can step that left foot towards the front of the mat. So we're back into Katasana, mountain pose. Beautiful work here. Next, exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the palms, step, hop, or float back. Flow as you so choose. And I'll meet you in downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here. And next, inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet. Step, hop, or float forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky, arms overhead. And next, inhale, let's lift those heels off the mat, coming up onto the balls of the feet. Option to stay here, or maybe you bring your arms down by your sides, palms facing the back of the mat, and tilt forward into diver's pose. Almost like you're diving off a diving board. Wherever you are, one more round of breath. And next, inhale. If you're in divers, coming back up. And then let's exhale, heels to the mat. Beautiful work here. Taking an inhale, and then exhale, sit down into Katasana, chair pose, bringing hands to heart center. Feet together or hip width distance. We'll shift the weight onto the left leg and flex through that right foot, crossing that right ankle over the left thigh for standing figure 4. Option to stay here, or on your next exhale, you can fold over that figure 4, bringing palms to the mat or blocks. Wherever you are, we'll stay for 2 more rounds of breath. And if you are folded over, next inhale, come back up, hands to heart center. Exhale here. And then inhale, straighten through the left leg, bringing the right leg up to one leg, Tadasana, arms overhead. Next exhale, we're going to pendulum that right leg behind us for warrior 3, hands at heart center or overhead. Next, exhale, lower that right foot towards the back of the mat for high crescent, extending the arms overhead. And then exhale, hinge at the hips, coming to hover over that left thigh. Arms back by the sides. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hover. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, hover, staying here for 1 round of breath. Inhale, arms overhead, and then stepping that right foot back to Tadasana, mountain pose, arms overhead. Next, exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the palms, step back into high plank or to lower the knees. Inhaling here, and then exhale all the way down to the belly. You can bring your arms back by your sides here. We're going to set up for bow or locust. So option, when I cue this pose, to go into locust by lifting your torso and legs in the air, keeping your arms back by the sides. If you would like to take bow, you can bring both of the heels towards the glutes here, grabbing the ankles. And then next inhale, either move into locust or press those feet
against the hand coming up into boat. Either way, we're going to stay here for 2 rounds of breath, making sure knees are in line with the hips. And next, exhale, lower everything down to the mat. Beautiful work. Bringing palms underneath the shoulders. And inhale, press back into a child's pose. Taking 2 rounds of breath here. Next, inhale, roll up the spine, and we'll find our way all the way down onto our backs. From here, we're going to just extend our legs up in the air for waterfall. Beginning to let everything go. Two more rounds of breath here. And then next, inhale, bring those knees into the chest. And then find your way into your Shavasana for the day. Maybe taking a traditional Shavasana by straightening the legs down on the mat. Finding where your arms feel comfortable. Fluttering the eyes closed or taking a soft gaze. And adjusting any clothing or hair that might be distracting. Scanning the body for any tension to exhale. And allowing yourself to stop being a human doing and just be a human being. I will let you know when it's time to come out of your Shavasana, but for now, simply rest. And you are welcome to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. But if you'd like to close out class with me, begin to bring awareness back to your breath. Introducing some movement by wiggling your fingers and toes. Maybe rolling through the wrists and ankles. Finding any organic movement here to wake the body back up. Maybe taking a nice good morning stretch. And then gently rolling onto one side for a fetal position. Taking one round of breath here. And on your next inhale, pressing your way up into Sukhasana, easy pose, maybe keeping your eyes closed or in a soft gaze, bringing hands to heart center. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll close our practice with the sound of Om, inhaling through the nose deep into the belly. Om. And bringing thumbs to third eye,
May the light and love in me recognize and honor the light and love in you.
Namaste.